Okay, we're rolling.
Hey, welcome back to the How to Podcast series. It's Dave with you. I want you to be a confident podcaster. I want you to stop with the, oh, I'm not worthy, all that, that stuff from Wayne's World. I'm not worthy. No, you know what you're doing. You're like, Dave, I haven't even started my show. Be confident. You've got a great idea. Be confident in what you can do. Be confident in what you know. And in the next 3 episodes, we're going to just break these down smaller episodes, shorter episodes. We're going to be talking about owning your virtual stage, which is this episode. Next episode is going to be about commanding the audience connection that you have through podcasting, being confident in that, and being confident as you sustain your momentum as a podcaster. All of these things to be a little bit more confident. You got this. I believe in you. If nobody's told you this yet, I believe in you. Let's bring up your confidence level just a little bit. We're not going to get to that spot where it's getting into arrogance. No. Not inflated egos, but confidence on the How to Podcast series. Here we go. So Vince Lombardi, is one of his quotes is, confidence is contagious. So is lack of confidence. It's contagious. It spreads. And I believe, without being fake, we, as podcasters, need to up our confidence game. It's not like a sport. We're not pretending to be something we're not. We're not that fake it till you make it. We're more believe it until you achieve it. I think that's better framing of that. Fake is not good. Fake is not, it's not real. I want you to be real, but I want you to be really confident. And I think that if we have this kind of, in over the next 3 episodes, this is kind of the framework of what I'm thinking out loud with you. I want you to picture your next in-person event. It could be a family function. It could be a podcasting conference. It could be your next meeting with your boss. I don't know. You're going to go into unfamiliar territory in this next upcoming thing, whatever it is. Instead of walking in and being a wallflower, instead of walking into that room and not knowing if you should be there, I want you to spin it, flip it. I want you to walk into the room as if you own the building. And I want you to walk into the room as if you've been there before. You've been in this location before. This isn't your first time. And you own the building. Did you just sit up a little bit? I did. You just sit up a little bit, like, wait a minute. Like, you're on my turf here. And I've been here before. Like, I know this place. This is not unfamiliar territory for me. As a podcaster, whether you have 1 episode or 1,000, you own your space. This is your podcast. Nobody can take this from you. It belongs to you. And what you do with it belongs to you. And the successes and the learnings that come with a podcast belong to you. The audience that you build relationships over time with belong to you. You've earned this. So I think we need to stop being so worried and tiptoe around the idea that, there's other people better than me. There's other people who've been doing it longer. There's other people that have more success. Other people with more listeners. There's other people with more fame. There's other people get to be on stage. There's other people on lists of, top 10 podcasts about podcasting. And you're like, well, is it really worth it? Like, is it really worth my time to do this when everyone else seems to be doing so much better than I am? And your confidence level comes down a notch. You get a bad review, your level comes down a notch. And you've lost that feeling of walking into the room going, this is my room, and I've been here before. And I've earned the right to be heard. This is my space. Not my space. This is my space. I think we need to own our virtual stage. We need to own it. We're not on rented ground here as a podcaster. This is your show. You own this. It's your responsibility. And you need to step up and take the keys. This is your virtual stage. It's time to own it. Again, whether you have one episode or many episodes, I want you to show up for your next podcast recording, your next podcast event, your next interview. And I want you to show up and treat this as the fact that you are the headline speaker, you are the main stage speaker, and you've done this countless times. Being on the mic and recording a podcast over a period of time, you really start to hone your skill set. More than a speaker who speaks once a year. If you're doing a weekly episode, that's 52 times compared to somebody's one time. And you need to realize that you're putting out a lot of content. You're putting out a lot of thought and establishing yourself as a voice. And people are listening. People are pressing play. People are coming back. People are connecting with you because of who you are. I want you to visualize walking up to the mic. The crowd is anticipating what's going to happen. The room is full. And I want you to channel that energy, that confident side of you. I want you to channel that into your recording. And don't be so timid. Don't be so shy. Don't make yourself small. Make yourself big. Because you have this platform in podcasting. This is your place. You built this. This is yours. And you need to own it. And people need to know that you're confident as a person. You're confident in your content. You're confident in directing us as your community members and listeners. You have a goal for us. You have a plan for us. You're not just kind of throwing darts at the dartboard to see what sticks. You're just, I hope this works. No, you know what you're doing. And we can sense it. I want you to have this sense of, you don't have to say this on the mic, but I want you to think it. I want you to maybe put it up on a post-it note on your monitor or something, but I want you to have this in your mind as you come to your next thing. I want you to say to yourself and to the people that are going to listen later, welcome back to my stage. You're right where you need to belong. This is your place. I've built this for you. I'm confident that we are going to do great things together. I'm confident in my content. I'm confident in my passion for this subject. I'm confident in the research I've done. I'm confident in my skills. I'm confident in growing in my skills. And I'm confident that I can create something special for you, the listener. And let that confidence come through your voice. Let that confidence come through how you promote yourself, how you put yourself out there, how you introduce yourself. I talk on this show as an introvert that when I go to events or when I speak in front of people, and whether it's a small group or a larger group, I have to turn up my Dave dial. I am, by default, not somebody who wants to attract attention to himself. And you're like, well, you have a podcast. Well, nobody's here with me. So I can record this in the solitude of being alone with my recordings. And I don't have to do this in front of anybody. I can do this on my own. So that's freedom for me. That's where my confidence lies, is I don't have to perform for anybody. I just have to connect with you. That's the whole thing. I have to connect with you. I need to own my virtual stage. And nobody can take this from me. Nobody. Somebody might try to copy it. Somebody might try to do a parody of it. Somebody might try to, do things that might try to detract from what I'm trying to do. But this is my stage. I'm going to protect it with everything I have because I put a lot of work into this. It's not junk. It's not junk. I love it. I love doing this show. And I think all of us need to own our own virtual stage. This is not about faking your confidence. This is not about putting on a facade. about not being real. And I think that's where people get a little bit nervous is, Dave, it sounds like you're asking me to be somebody else. No, I'm just asking you to be a different version of yourself, a more engaged version of yourself, a more connected version of yourself. I want you to be confident in the fact that your show has meaning and value. And that, like I said, you're not putting out junk content. You're putting out content because you want it to connect with people. There is heart and soul behind what you do. And you need to get out of your own way and allow that confidence to shine. So if you're battling with confidence and you're like, I don't know, then podcasting is great for you. You're going to learn how to speak on a microphone. You're going to learn how to collect your thoughts. You're going to know how to be reactive and respond to questions as a guest on somebody's podcast. You're going to learn a ton about how you present yourself. You're going to hear yourself and go, wow, that was a really long rambling thing I just did. You're going to learn about your crutch words. You're going to learn about your default settings and what can be fixed, what can be tweaked, what can be improved, and what makes you uniquely you. Don't touch it. Your virtual stage is going to teach you so much about yourself. And even if nobody ever listened to your show, you simply being in a creative space, sharing your thoughts, creating content, putting out things into the world is going to make you a better person. It's going to make you more confident. And I think that confidence is a natural attraction for people. People feel drawn to people who feel and look like and appear to have everything kind of put together. They just kind of carry themselves different. Shoulders back, better posture. I'm sitting up now. It's better posture. They just seem to walk into the room and you're like, who's that? That's you. Because you're a podcaster and you own your virtual stage. Next episode, we're going to talk about commanding audience connection as a podcaster and how we can be more confident in that. So I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for being here. So I get asked quite often, usually at the end of a podcast, like right now, Dave, how can we help you? Like, how can we as a listener, like, support the show? Can we come rake your leaves? Can we cut the grass? Shovel the snow? Watch your dog? Help you move? What can we do? Clean your dishes? Oh, that'd be interesting. Well, if you can't do that because, you're in Poland, maybe you can help us by supporting us with our Buy Me a Coffee. It's right there on our website. And, it just will help us to, A, stay fueled because, we drink a lot of coffee around here. And it helps the show. So if you want to help us, it's out of the goodness of your heart. I can tell you that listening to the podcast to this point, you've already helped us so much. But I do have people saying, Dave, I'd love to give back something small, even just to the show. Buy Me a Coffee link is on our website at howtopodcast.ca. And you can support the show that way. It would mean a lot to have you on our team supporting what we do here. If you find value in the show, then that's great. Share the show, tell somebody about it. And when somebody says, Dave, I want to start a podcast, who should I check out? Oh, you should go check out the How to Podcast series because of all the great co-hosts and all the things that happen here, the meetups, everything. And I would appreciate that. And then fill her a cup once in a while if you can. But again, thank you so much for being here and supporting the How to Podcast series. Take care. Talk soon. You're still here. Amazing. This is good. This is my bonus content for people who stick around to the end of the show. So thank you for proving my point by being here. It's amazing. I like those bus signs on the side of the road that says when you look at it, it says, see, you just proved that bus signs work. You just looked at it. You're like, huh, yeah, I just did. You got me. And you proved that this works because you're still here. So thank you. The question I had from a podcaster recently was around the editing side of podcasting. This podcaster does their own edits on their show. They don't do like a big full-blown like NPR type radio podcast version thing. They're just doing the simple things. And they're like, how much attention should I focus on my little stumbles and my little ums and ahs and breaths and all of that? There's been a movement in podcasting earlier on where people were trying to sanitize what was recorded and make it sound perfect. Like too perfect. Like unhuman perfect. To the point where you're like, this feels really strange. And then tools came along. And the tools, they started stripping out the heart and soul from the conversation, cramming the words together, taking out all of the silence and breaks and natural cadence and gallop to our voice, slamming the words up against each other, and hard cuts, like not even thoughtful pauses. Everything is removed. It's like all humanity taken out of podcasting. And as a listener, you're like, this is just jarring. And it's all about efficiency. It's all about the tool, letting the tool do the work, and the person doesn't touch it. For me personally, I like to leave in humanity if it's excessive. I've had people on the show and they'll say, like it's a comma. And you're like, after about the 50th, in a conversation, you're like, okay, that's it. We're gonna take some of these out. Now, that's how the person talks. That's how they show up in the world. And to take every single, out of that conversation, for anybody who knows that person, they're like, this has been really edited down because Buddy always says, and this time he didn't say it once. Don't strip out all of the humanity. Keep some of it in there. I like to remove the easy things. So if there's a standalone, there's one right there. If there's a standalone one of those, I will remove it, except for this one, because you wouldn't get the point of what I'm saying if I took it out. If it's easy to remove and you have the time to do so, then take it out. My wife is a non-podcaster and a listener of podcasts. And she will even mention to me, wow, that person was like an machine. Like everything was this, that, or people who repeat the same word 3 times while they're trying to formulate a sentence. People are just naturally trying to fill in the space to remove the awkward silence. So if I say something, I grunt, I groan, I throw in something, an and a couple extra words, repeat myself, then it doesn't feel awkward and the silence just doesn't feel strange. I'd much rather the silence than filling up the space with throwaway words that are meaningless. The beautiful thing is, if you edit your own show, you're going to catch the things that you talk and say often. And it gives you an opportunity to improve. Because the moment you step up on stage in front of an actual in-person audience or a virtual audience, there's nobody editing you in real time. It's the real you. So better to edit your own show, learn your little crutches and things that you say, and then try to adjust it. There's a podcaster I listen to, and she says, it'll be interesting, like all the time on her show. It'll be interesting. It's kind of like this, it's like the or everybody knows, or that kind of stuff. People will say these things. I say so a lot. I say amazing. I say all kinds of things. You probably have a whole list of the things that I say if you've been here long enough. And we're all kind of unaware of the things that other people know about us. Don't worry too much about the ums and ahs. Take out the ones that are easy. And if you have any questions and you're like, I just kind of want to get some feedback on my show. Do I need to edit this more? Or is it okay as is? Send it to me. I'd love to listen to it. I'd love to give you some feedback. howtopodcast.ca. Thanks for being here. We'll talk soon. Take care.